Hey, what's up everyone? This is Altered Tech. In my hands is the Moto G Pure, and this will be my first time on the Visible Network, powered by Verizon Wireless. First off, I'd like to talk about the unboxing experience. Once this gets shipped out, you will receive the Moto G, a SIM card, and a return label inside the box. Nothing more, nothing less. I'm excited right now because Verizon has a very good reputation with good signal strength, and you get access to the network through Visible for only $25 a month with Party Pay. You can think of Party Pay as a family plan, but everyone is responsible for their own billing payments. The more people you have, the less you pay. For example, one line would cost you about $40 a month, 2 lines would cost you about $35 per month, 3 lines would cost you about $30 per month, and if you have more than 3 lines, each line would cost about $25 per month with unlimited data, calling, and text. Everyone also gets unlimited hotspot at 5 megabits per second, Wi-Fi calling on compatible devices, and free calling and texting to Canada and Mexico. So if you're switching and you don't have a compatible device, you can use the swap program to swap your old phone with another phone from Visible, which is exactly what I did. I traded in my old phone for the Moto Pure, which retails at $130. This is a 32GB model with a deep indigo color. Alright, so let's get started. In the box, you'll get your Moto G Pure, a charging cable, a charging brick, your warranty information, and start guide. Now this phone is much bigger than I expected. You're getting a 6.5-inch Max Vision HD display. It weighs about 6.63 ounces and it's very light in the hands. It comes with Android 11 out the box, and you do have a dual rear camera setup with a 4000 mAh battery for 2 days of battery life. And you also have an octa-core 2.0 GHz processor with HyperEngine, and you have a rear fingerprint sensor on the back. So up close, this phone feels like a budget phone, and on the back you have a plastic finish with a rigid texture. It makes a weird noise when you rub your nails around it, like this. Now in the hand, surprisingly the phone feels very light considering it has a very huge display, and it's also nice to see that you have a headphone jack. Another thing to point out is that this phone actually feels very thin as well, thanks to the curves on the side. These curves gives you the impression that this phone is much thinner than what it actually is. And this reminds me of the older Moto X Pure Edition, which was a flagship released in 2015 by Motorola. Now the buttons feel very nice and soft, and the power button has ridges to distinguish itself from the volume rockers, which are located right on top. The buttons feel mushy when pressed down, and personally I like it. On the bottom you also have a speaker grills next to your USB-C port, and your microphones on the top and on the bottom. On the display, there's a teardrop notch for the selfie camera, and you also have a small chin down on the bottom. For the price, I am happy with the design. Now after setting up the device, you also have a traditional stock Android launcher with your Motorola features. For example, you can turn on your flashlight on and off with a chopping motion, you can swipe your 3 fingers for a screenshot, and you can lift to unlock, and you also have audio effects which gives you the ability to play around with your equalizer. On top of that, you also have a beautiful array of Motorola wallpapers to choose from, and as for the cameras, I'm not gonna lie, you get what you pay for. But you definitely can get some decent shots in some good lighting conditions. You can go ahead and check out some camera samples by C. Butler. I'll post a link in the description. With this camera, you get modes like portrait mode, pro mode, panorama mode, spot, coloring mode, live filters, and time lapse for video recording. But when it comes to zooming in, you can zoom in up to 8 times with digital zoom. But when it comes to performance, this phone also gets the job done. You can get by with playing games on lowest settings, like with Call of Duty, but when it comes to opening apps, this phone is just decent. It can handle social media, your basic Google applications, and is great for web browsing. Now as for the battery life, I can get through 2 days of usage before having to charge up, and on light days, I can actually make it through 3 days of usage. Now if you are a heavy user, you should have no problem getting through an entire day. Now as for the call quality on the Visible network, I've been getting some great signal strength, and the data speeds have been decent. As in decent, I mean in some areas I can get over 50 megabits per second, and in some areas I'm limited to maybe under 20 megabits per second. Now as for the sound quality, this phone gets nice and loud despite not having dual speakers. All the sound gets pushed off with the bottom firing speaker. Now as for my complaints, I wish the fingerprint reader was more faster and reliable. There's times in which the fingerprint reader doesn't register, and I'll have to hold my finger on the fingerprint reader for just a few seconds longer. I'm also not a big fan of the performance, but as for the price, you get what you pay for, you can't really complain much. Sometimes when I unlock the phone, there's some lag. Sometimes it can take a little extra time to open up an app. And now that I've seen other reviews in which they've praised this phone, maybe it's my device. But let me know down in the comment section below. Overall, for the price, this is a nice pickup if you're on a low budget. If you have $130 and you're looking for a new phone, this is a nice option. But if you're looking for something that's $130 that offers more performance and you don't mind shopping in the used market, I would recommend a used flagship. If you're looking for a 5G phone, this phone runs on 4G, unfortunately, so just keep that in mind. But anyways guys, this is Alter Tech signing off. If you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to hit me up down in the comment section below. I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Take care. Peace.